Hello, everybody, and welcome to SILAHOLICS Anonymous or 365 Creative Academy, depending on which channel you are watching this from, whether on the live broadcast or on the playback. Let me know if you are watching the playback of this by writing playback in the comment section. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use the slice tool versus the subtract tool from Cricut Design Space to Silhouette Studio to create a text effect. This question was posted in one of the Facebook groups that I am in. So I wanted to be able to show her and others how to do this. So whether you use Silhouette Studio or Cricut Design Space, this video will be helpful for you. So if you want to see the difference between those and also maybe just see a comparison of how the two programs work, stick around and watch the full video. Please make sure that you do hit the subscribe button on both channels. So I unsubscribed from my channel just to show you guys how to do that. So if you just go on here and just click the subscribe button, your bell will be here and it will be set to personalize. You have to make sure that you actually ring the bell so that you're notified whenever we release new content. So click on the bell. Don't leave it on personalized. Go ahead and click all so that you don't miss any of our broadcasts. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to start with Cricut Design Space first because it takes a little bit more to do it in Cricut Design Space compared to Silhouette Studio. So you're going to type out, open up your text box, type it out. You can also do this with just regular fonts or just images and shapes, SVGs. You can pretty much do this technique with anything. I'm actually going to go first. I'm going to go to Silhouette Studio just to show you what we're going to create. So here, we're going to go from just a solid text, and then we're going to split it up just like this. So let's go back over to Cricut Design Space. I'm going to start with a shape, and we're just going to click on the square. So in Cricut Design Space, it opens up as a square. You cannot adjust it to a rectangle until you go right here and unlock it. Once it is unlocked, now you can shrink it down and stretch it out. So we're just going to go like that and pull this down. Let me zoom in just a little so we can see. You make this as big or as small as you would like it. The one thing for me with Cricut Design Space is trying to go in and, I forgot to change my space bar, to go in and resize it. So we're going to come down here because you have to resize it from this one side. Let me zoom out just a little bit. All right, now we want to create duplicates of this. So I'm going to right click and duplicate and place it right on top. Now with this method, it is a little harder to get it lined right up because of the way Cricut Design Space is made. But if you want to kind of zoom in and make sure that it's lined right up on top of the other one, you can definitely do that. But I'm just going to put a few here, duplicate again. Duplicate. All right. So I'm going to overlap this kind of just a little bit. Then I'm going to click off, drag and select over just the bars, not touching the text. We're going to come up right here to the Align tool. Here, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to center it. So center horizontally. Then I'm going to go back up to Align and I'm going to distribute it vertically so that it has even amounts of space in between it. You can also do, like let's say you don't want to have to go in and delete the spaces. Let's say if I go and, excuse me, I'm actually just going to delete a few, on the inside of here. I'm just going to select what's left. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go back to Align and distribute vertically. So it's going to spread those and you're going to have the even spaces in between it. All right. Once you have that, you're just going to, I want to move it up just a little because I want the bottom part to be the letter. So we're going to come up to maybe about there. You're going to select it all. I'm sorry. You're going to first take your rectangles And we're just going to make them one. You can attach them or weld. I'm just going to choose weld, like how Cricut Design Space is, so that you can have just 2 elements once you do the next part. So we're going to go ahead and drag and select here and then use slice. Once you do that, we're going to grab up here, and we're going to just move these out of the way so we can delete them. Now with Cricut Design Space, you will have a couple like extra pieces, but you just pull that one up and now it has the breaks in it. All right. So that's how you would do that in Cricut Design Space. So now let's head on over to Silhouette Studio so you can see how you would do that with the subtract tool. Now you're going to start off the same, start out with your text. We're going to come over to the left-hand side and grab a rectangle, and we can just stretch this out and make it the size that we want, as big or as small as you would like it. I'm going to fill this with color. Doesn't matter what color you fill it with. And then we're going to make some duplicates of this. In Silhouette Studio, even in the free version, you have the replicate tool. So we can go right here. It looks like a little bug. And well, you know what? Let's start higher. So wherever I want this to cut off at, so I'm going to move this one higher. And then I'm going to go and use my replicate tool to tell it I want a column of 4. You can always add more to it. So let's just say I'm going to add one more. I'm going to take this bottom one and move it down to right here. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. And then we're going to drag and select all of these and do the same thing like in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to come over to the transform panel, which is right here, and I'm going to tell it to distribute vertically. With that like that, we will now select, I like to make a duplicate all the time, just in case I want to go back and make changes. I don't have to start all the way over. So I'm going to drag and select all of this and just duplicate it and push it up to the top. Now with this, we're going to, again, start off in like up in the upper corner, click your mouse, drag, you'll get your marching ants, go over everything. And once you do that, come over to your modify panel, which is the rectangle and the circle on your right-hand side. And you're just going to go subtract. It's going to remove all the extra, and all you're left with is your text with the lines cut out of it. And as you can see, depending on how you space them, you will get a different look. So you can play around with your spacing. You can make them different sizes. You don't have to put them so close together. You can eliminate some of them. So like if I go up here and let's say that was too close, this is the joy of like making the duplicate. This is the benefit of it. If I don't like that one, guess what? We're going to duplicate this again. So now let's take away a few of these on the inside. Select them. Distribute vertically. Select it all. Modify and subtract. And I may like that one better because now it's not so tight. And then you can go in and change the colors. So I'm just going to select all of the H and the S. Group that together. Take my 365. Group that together, or I can do individual ones. Hold down Shift, select the HS. Go over to my color palette and make that black. Select the I, make that blue. And I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut to make saving it faster. That is Control G on a PC, Command G on a Mac to group it all together quickly. I'm going to do the same thing with the N. Sample my pink from down, or my magenta from down here. Select my K. Sample my yellow from here and group it together. And there you have it. That is how you do a text effect with your slice tool and or in slice tool in Cricut Design Space and the subtract tool in Silhouette Studio. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. and visit our website, HS Ink 365. That's where you're going to find our INKCREDIBLE sublimation paper and sublimation ink. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be INKCREDIBLE. Peace.